gotten a lot more exciting. For instance, Mijo and Dirty Dan beat Mojo and his teammate to get to this very match.
Really? Who is Mojo teaming with?
Forgot his tag. This is one of the problems with me not being around for many months, as I still
Simba?
have.
He's teaming with Simba, right?
I can't help you.
Yeah, I don't know.
Their match wasn't streamed, so I couldn't cheese it and just look at the tag.
Gotcha. I don't know the Houston guys either, so
Yeah.
don't need to because they're irrelevant.
Whoa. All right,
Got him.
money match.
I
So
said it.
we've got bluezaft, his face currently obscured by the
Rip.
stage select screen, teaming with Bananas, and that's an Icy's Puff team.
That sounds...
This is one of the best terrible teams that you could imagine, conjured from two tourney viable characters. They cover each other's weaknesses kind of well, but they have a few glaring ones that just you can't really wash away no matter how hard you try.
Yeah,
but they can hit really hard, really fast. And the nice thing about them is they don't really control each other's space.
Yeah.
Puff is swinging at the air. Icy's are
Icy's
generally
gonna be more
swinging on the
grounded.
ground. Exactly.
Gotcha, that makes sense.
And over there, you have Peach and Fox, which is
Pretty...
possibly one of the worst teams. Oh, no, Peach and Sheik, my bad. Possibly one of the worst. Yeah, this is still a really bad team.
Peach and Sheik?
Yep.
You think so?
Mostly on the Ice Climbers end for stuff like that.
Gotcha.
They get easily crunched in on. And this isn't as bad simply because, hey, Puff gets her crouching stuff. She can mitigate a lot of the Sheik. She can harass the Peach, but she doesn't get to wall the Peach out forever because it's doubles.
Gotcha.
So, and Ice Climbers they aren't good at grabbing Sheik and Peach. They can fish for grabs on fast fallers, but it can be really hard to land a grab on a savvy Sheik.
Yeah.
They can struggle a lot in that regard, and then you don't see grab rests, you don't see wobbles, and then a lot of the big fat punishes that make this such a scary team at times, well, it's gone.
Ooh, I think they were setting up for a rest there, but
Yeah.
bluezaft had to deal with Peach.
They had to both deal with Peach and the fact that when Bananas does the throw, it generates a dead weight on Sheik, so you can't actually just rest her directly. You have to guess her trajectory, jump in, and get her rest.
Gotcha.
They did a really excellent job right there of covering Sheik's trajectory for recovery. So Ice Climbers were able to sit in the level while Puff walled off the edge, and Peach can't jump up high enough to really stop him, and she doesn't want to just go after the Ices and let Puff hit Sheik, so...
Oh, almost hits bluezaft there.
Yep.
Bluezaft and Bananas is super, player-wise, singles players-wise, super good. I would say each of them are just a bit above Mijo and Dirty Dan. But we're seeing, Dirty Dan and Mijo obviously took out Mojo and his partner, which is no easy task. Mojo is a very good doubles player in his own right, too. So, it's gonna be interesting to see how they deal with two players who would typically be considered, better than each of them individually.
Yeah.
So I always find a lot of interest in that, is seeing teams like PewFat take on teams like Mewtwo King and H-Box, for example.
Mijo finding the juiciest place to put that down smash, just grinding up the Ice Climber shield with Puff on the other side. And
Nice.
Oh, but Bananas actually finds a grab. I never find grabs on Peach. I'm going to get tips from that guy. I need him, man. He gets some of the meanest grabs, even in doubles, which can be tricky. I feel it can be easier to get raw grabs in doubles because people are blocking more,
Yeah,
But this is a team that jumps, so
they're in the air a lot.
Yeah.
Nanners he's a slippery guy. He's a slippery guy. That was interesting coverage right there. He allowed bluezaft to get back to the ledge, all while threatening Peach.
Yep.
That was super interesting, I thought.
Yeah, Mijo didn't really want to randomly crash into the fully charged F smash there.
Challenge that.
He didn't want to float over bluezaft and maybe get hit with a straight aerial. So he just waited it out, and sometimes you don't get big stuff. You just prevent bad things from happening.
Yeah.
And that can be really hard to measure. When there's not something big and flashy, like saving from a rest or something.
Yeah.
Bluezaft clipped with that. But it's an especially important part of doubles where you can actually save people from otherwise guaranteed horrors,
We're in an interest. Oh, and that's going to do it for
Yep.
Mijo. Oh, and he missed the rest.
That actually...
There's a chance!
Visually. Yes, technically.
Anything is
Wait,
possible.
nope, not anymore.
Oh.
Once Sheik lost her double jump and had to up B, single characters can edge guard Sheik really well. Almost everyone can edge guard Sheik just by grabbing the edge and hitting her when she lands on stage.
Exactly.
2 characters? That's
It's like impossible.
Yeah, that's about as close to GG as you get, man.
It's just not going to happen. Poor
Yeah.
Sheik. Sheik just is a terrible character when you really think about
Ooh,
it.
I have a tough time feeling bad for her.
I do too.
And so counter pick wise, this is interesting because green team, they could do Yoshi's. They could also do Dreamland. They could live forever, or they could go for down smash crunch and really focus on just chewing up bananas with pressure. That wasn't actually meant to be a joke.
Solid.
Oh, yep, really good play from Dirty Dan coming in from the center, saving bananas from saving Mijo from a bananas fate. And
Tricky recovery right there.
Yeah.
Anything to keep Connor from grabbing you.
Yeah, pretty much. And right here, yeah, Banana's in a rough spot.
He's in a very tough position.
Fortunately,
he's decent with his Nana too.
Peach got forward aired. bluezaft with the aerial pirouettes on the other side of the stage. And
he's doing his thing.
Doubles is super interesting. Sometimes you see a 2v1 going on, and you wonder what the other guy is doing. And the big question is, how good are you at threatening the second person while you 2v1?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because they have to respect you, and they don't want to just crash right into you. So when they dash, wave dash back, or whatever, you go in for that 2v1. And then every now and then you go, oh, hey, now I'm just going to raw grab in the middle of the stage and mess you up, and we're going to get 2 1v1s with advantage.
Yeah, exactly.
And that kind of messy stuff is part of the magic of doubles. Being good at that's one of those hidden skills that lets you beat 2 better singles players. And there were air quotes there. Y'all couldn't see them.
And it's not immediately noticeable, too. It's one of those things that you really have to, like, study to really understand. Like, threatening space is interesting. It's a huge, huge, huge part of about doubles. And not only that, it's really hard, too, to both threaten space and then have the patience and the what's the word I'm looking for? Having the patience to not go in when you feel like you should, when you feel like you can get a hit in, because it's not always about getting the little hits. It's about positioning, and it's about putting the opponent in a space where you and your partner can get something and hopefully convert a kill off of it.
And sometimes it's just not give them anything when they think you will, so they give something up for nothing. And, right there.
bluezaft's so hesitant right there.
Yeah. He checked Peach's percent, I think, realized he could get an F smash, decided rest was too risky, that she was about to miss, thought he could get her when she popped up. And by that point, a lot of time had passed. Thoughts take time.
They do, just a little bit. Yeah. Shoutouts to Zelda.
Hey, we got Dirty Dan in that edge guard situation. bluezaft not dropping that one. Even stock count, and a little case of baseball going for the same ball and crashing into each other there for bluezaft and bananas. Dirty Dan does not have recovery options.
bluezaft's going to sacrifice that Nana so he can get rid of Dirty Dan.
Yeah,
a
pretty
noble
worth.
sacrifice.
You lose wobbling, you lose desyncs, you lose double down smash, but Sopo is still he can be sturdy. He can be resilient.
And oftentimes in doubles you're going to lose that anyway.
Oh yeah.
Because it really is so hard to keep track of Nana in doubles.
She's the one getting hit.
She's doing her thing, man.
If you're never sure, if you're not sure, she's the one getting hit.
Yeah.
That's all you need to know.
Yeah. You just turn around and you're like, where did you go? You see, Fox on the other side of stage, up throw, up airing her.
And so we're in a iffy situation. bluezaft definitely playing patient over there.
He needs to hold on to this stuff.
Yeah. And you saw right there, he did that double jump around Mijo. Didn't want to fall down, going for a back air, trade with an up air, and just give up a stock, but
it's going to do it for that stock.
Yep. Now Bananas has to...
Oh, excellent down smash there.
And he gets to save Nana. And Dirty Dan is toast.
Nice.
Mijo trying with the turnip save. Ooh.
This is going to be really, really tough for Dirty Dan now.
Oh! Oh, this is...
Just finish him.
This is the sort of thing that, like, they're trying. This is how it ends in a 2v1 for the 2. Your free setups, and then they start giving you free damage, but... he didn't want to jump in. It looked... Oh, no.
They're playing really scared.
Yeah, they don't want to give it away for free.
For sure.
Yep.
I mean, it's better to play, safe and to not go for anything risky. bluezaft, misspaces a little bit. He kills, Bananas' Nana, for example. And then the entire dynamic of the match has changed.
Look at the rolls from Dirty Dan. bluezaft, needed to be more cognizant of the fact that Dirty Dan was rolling so much. There it is.
There we go.
Took him a while.
Connor breathes a sigh of relief, knowing that he finally got that kill. He's laughing a bit.
Yep.
That was scary for a second there. It was pretty scary for a second.
It's good to get those out of the way before finals.
Yes,
Definitely
absolutely.
good. Definitely good to get it out of the way when you're already winning. And the mistake, okay, it just cost you a bit of dignity. It didn't cost you the set.
Gotcha.
Because once it's actually cost you the set, you have to adapt and deal with the pressure of losers bracket. But now they get to think about, okay, how can we not make it look like such a circus in the corner there? Because you've got to be able to clutch out 2v1s.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
In doubles, you are constantly trying to engineer 2v1s as it is. If you can't win a straight-up 2v1, it's a bad look for your doubles career.
Yeah. And it's a bad hit to your mentality as well.
Yeah.
You know, if you can't rely on the chemistry between the two players in a 2v1 situation, then there's not a lot you can fall back on in doubles. Because in essence, 2v1 situation is the ideal position to be in for a doubles match.
The only other thing you would want is if you're both getting edge guards on opposite sides of the stage, like guaranteed 1v1 kills. But that's exactly what 2v1s are about, is setting up guaranteed stuff.
Yeah.
Because you said it earlier, you control space.
Yeah.
You've got, my back air is hovering here. It's taking up all this space, so you cannot go there. And now this guy comes in, and because you have to watch for so much, you're stuck in your shield, he gets the grab, boom, I rest. Guaranteed. But not if you mash out and then roll away, and we're not ready to cover the grab, we're not ready to cover the roll away. You gotta be ready.
Yeah,
you gotta know in advance and hash it out.
Ooh, so we got Studebaker Hutch and Disafter versus Mojo. Yeah, Mojo's a great player.
Dude, he's gonna be so mad when he watches it because we were just talking like 10 minutes ago out in the venue.
Oh no.
I feel super bad. I don't feel terrible because again, I haven't. The names run together after many years.
Yeah.
That's my defense.
My defense is that I have not been.
You
Simba.
were right.
I was right.
It is Simba.
Ooh, I didn't want to say Simba and be wrong.
Okay.
So, in my defense, I have not been here 2 to 3 months. So.